Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The Cubs' dramatic walk-off win in Game 1 of the NLCS seemed like it would set the tone for a Cinderella story, a team with the fewest wins ever to make an FSBL postseason, getting hot at the right time, taking down the two-time defending Giants, and keeping up the dramatics. But the Dodgers, in their second straight NLCS, served notice in Game 2 that they aren't looking to be an extra in the Cubs' feel-good movie. It was a statement win for the Dodgers, and now the series heads to LA, where Preacher Roe, in his best season to date, clashes with Bill Hands, whose huge effort versus the Giants set the Cubs on their way to taking that series. Cubs and Dodgers from Chavez Ravine. NLCS Game 3 is up next. Appreciate you all tuning in. There you see the Cubs took Game 1 3-2. The Dodgers offense broke out in a big way with an 8-4 win in Game 2. We will see what Game 3 has in store. Preacher Roe takes the hill. Roe finished second in the National League in earned run average during the regular season. Vance and Koufax and even Kershaw to an extent get all the chatter about the Dodgers, but Roe actually had the best ERA on the staff this season. He is 0-1, though, with a 4.76 ERA in the postseason, although you look at his straight numbers, and everything looks pretty solid. A 1.06 whip. He's only walked 3 in the 11 innings. Expect a solid outing from Roe. He will start off facing Bill Lang. Lang batting .385. He has swung the hottest bat on this Cubs roster. Roe ready. Deals first pitch is in for a called strike, and we're underway with Game 3. Nathaniel Lentz, SGJ Jamie in the house. How are you, boys? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Roe delivers again. Fastball down. Dodgers in the classic Dodger white and blue. The Cubs in the blue unis, the dark blue unis, the royal blues. They have those powder blue unis also. They're wearing the Royals in this one. Lang puts it up the middle, and Lang stays hot. It's a leadoff single for Bill Lang to get things underway for the Cubs here in Game 3. Pitch was down in the zone. Not a bad pitch from Roe, but Lang puts it up the middle. Here's Phil Cavarretta. Cavarretta is batting .333 in the playoffs. Runner goes. Hit and run was on there. Cavarretta fouls it off, and Lang will have to retreat to first. Throw over. Lang dives back in. Throw from the set. Delivers. Slider misses down and away. 1-1 the count. Throw from the set. Delivers. Fastball misses up high. Cavarretta's had a few big hits in the postseason for these Cubs. 2-1 the count. Cinderella sets the side. Roe delivers. Slider up in the zone, but a called strike. 2-2 the count as Roe works to Cavarretta. Just underway here at Dodger Stadium. Fastball swung on and missed. Down and in. Cavarretta swings and misses, one away. That will bring up Ron Santo as Dwayne Marks joins us. How are you, Dwayne? Good to see you, my friend. Be sure to check out Dwayne's terrific channel when you get the opportunity. If you're one of the lurkers not in the chat. Dwayne Marks YouTube network. Go give it a check out. Also, check on Facebook for the Sports Games Journal, SGJ Jamie's fine publication about our wonderful hobby. 1-0 as Roe misses to Santo outside. Santo batting .348. A lot of good averages at the top of this Cubs order. The Cubs are now hitting .286 in the postseason. 1-1 the count. Ball misses inside. Davis says, I'm thinking of the right player. Lang married into a rich family, and father-in-law did not want him to stay a ball player, so he had a short. That's it. I am not aware of that story, but now I want to check that out. That's an interesting story. You are. Again, if you're one of the people who doesn't know about this kind of stuff, you want to look up great bios and info for stuff like that. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is on the money from Campanella, who throws out Lang, and the side is retired. Strike him out, throw him out to end the first. Campanella with a dart. Robinson puts the tag on. We head to the bottom of the first here in Game 3. Cubs nothing. Dodgers coming up. And they will face Bill Hands. Hands was terrific. We're not going to get his stat line, apparently. Somebody taking a nap in the truck. But Hands pitched 7 2/3 in that outing against the Giants. They got a couple runs on him late, but he held them down long enough for the Cubs to get what was a huge win in the division series. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson batting .242 in the playoffs. He basically did nothing in the first 3 games against the Phillies and has started to come around since then. He had an RBI here in Game 2. I was saying it was SABR.org, the Society for American Baseball Research. If you see players in my project that you are not familiar with, which you probably will, I kind of do a deep dive just by the nature of how I do things. But Saber has bios on an awful lot of players. Learn a little something about people you're unfamiliar with. 1-2 the count as Hands works to Robinson here in the bottom of the first. Delivers. This is down low. It's 2-2. Beatles Eternally joins us. How are you, buddy? Saber rocks. Absolutely. Check out Beatles' fabulous channel and get the opportunity to do so. Pretty much a baseball history lesson every time Beatles takes to the waves here on YouTube, so give that a check. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. Robinson fouls it off. 2-2 the count. Fastball skied out to right. Nicholson drifts over, puts it away for out number 1. Your Dodgers lineup: Robinson, Davis, and Brothers. Campanella, Wheat, and Collins. Reeser, Russell, and Pinckney round things out for LA. Here's Willie Davis. Davis moved up in the order before Game 2, and he had a big game in that Game 2 win for LA. Curveball from Hands misses inside. Davis now batting .344 in the playoffs. No homers, a pair of RBIs. Delivers. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-0. You see a 4.7 WAR. That's a very solid season here for Willie Davis in year 4. 2-0 the count. Hands delivers. And Davis cranks this one to right. It's hooking. And it goes foul. You remember, Davis had a big first 2 months in terms of power, at least by his standards. He ended up breaking the 20 mark. I think he ended up at 22, if I remember right, which is his high water mark. But most of that was done in the first 2 months of the season. And Brothers still trying to get on track. Waits on deck. 3-1 the count. Hands delivers, misses up high for ball 4. So the speedy Willie Davis is on with a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Brothers. Brothers, 167 in the playoffs after ranking 9th in the league in batting during the regular season. Curveball misses inside. Another 300 season for Brothers. At the plate, Brothers, of course, a possible pending free agent. Once this is done, the Dodgers he'll still have some time to try to lock him up, potentially do arbitration, but Brothers theoretically could hit the free agent market this offseason. Potentially big loss for the Dodgers and a boon for whoever else could pick him up. Brothers has not wanted to talk about the possibility of that, though. Kickoff throw over to first. Davis dives back in. 2-1 the count. Delivers. Brothers skies it to left. Half goes there, makes the grab. Davis will retreat to first. So 2 away, Brothers is set down, and that'll bring up Roy Campanella. Campanella hasn't really gotten his bat on track either, although he did have, I'm remembering right, he had a couple of hits in game 2. He's up to 241. 2 homers, 4 RBI. Hands delivers, pitch out. Davis not going. Wayne asked us the show do a good job with free agency. Well, it's hard to classify it won't usually pick a guy like where it already has a really strong guy, but because I have budgets as a non-factor, it's not like there's like low payroll teams who can't afford to bring anybody in, so the playing field is a little bit more even. So like the Rays could theoretically get Dan Brothers, this offseason. We're in a real setting. A team like that probably wouldn't be in the market for a player of his caliber. But as far as like picking for need and stuff like that, I've always found the show to do a solid, if not spectacular job. Hands throws the slider there. Campanella swings over the top of it, and the side is retired. So Davis is stranded. Hands works around the walk. We head to the top of the second here at Dodger Stadium. Cubs nothing, Dodgers nothing. Game 3 of the NLCS. Here is Bill Nicholson. Nicholson 261 in the playoffs, a homer and 5 RBI. Preacher Roe delivers. Strike 1. Slider misses down low. 1-1 the count. Fly ball, left center. Davis was playing very deep, and that's going to fall in front of him. So Davis playing Nicholson very deep and shaded to right center, and Bill Nicholson drops a single. Despite being medium deep out there into center, that wasn't exactly a shallow fly ball. Davis playing Nicholson out on the freeway. Plenty of room for that one to fall. Here's Stan Hack. Hack batting .333. Runner goes, popped up. Robinson going out. Runner will retreat to first. The Cubs, for the second time, trying to get a hit and run going. Neither time has been able to work. Cubs looking in the early going that they're going to try to put some pressure on the Dodgers here. Here's Bad Bill Dowling, 273, a homer and 4 RBIs. Dwayne asks, if you're a great player on the team, it tries to keep them with that team. It will, they'll bid, but they can be outbid. Retention is, it does it, but it will get into a bidding war. Now, a case like somebody like Brothers here, and we'll kind of deviate from the play-by-play a little bit, while I kind of talk about this issue, because some people may actually be interested, given that my project uses, first we'll describe the double play ball there, as Bill Russell grabs it, ranging to his left, steps on the bag, throws the first for the double play. And the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the second here at Dodger Stadium. Still scoreless. Zach Wheat will lead things off for the Dodgers. Wheat batting .323 so far in the playoffs. Homer and a pair of RBIs. So when a guy joins from the starting guys and then any of the rookies who come in, basically I have them signed to play for a team however long they played for that team in real life. But because Major League rules are in effect, like you're not even, say a guy played for a team for only 2 years but makes it, which happens for teams like the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, just because their player pool is so shallow. But you can't, because Major League rules are in effect, you don't even become arbitration eligible until year 3. So those guys are really going to play pretty much for a 3-year minimum with a franchise, and then after that you become arbitration eligible. And so in a case like that, a team is going to try to offer arbitration. Like, they will probably offer arbitration on Brothers. So I still think the odds are fairly good Brothers is going to stay with the Dodgers for another year. So, like, my plan is Santo makes a nice play there to rob Wheat of a single. The way I've set up the rosters is limited a little bit by the fact that the game does use real Major League rules. So it's service time and rookie status and 3 years before arbitration and all that kind of stuff. Ground ball in the hole. Ripper Collins reaches on the infield single, and that'll bring up Pete Reza. Reza batting .200 in the playoffs. Fouls this one off. Aaron Reed checks in. How are you, Aaron? Johan looks in to get the sign from Gabby Hartnett. Fastball misses down low, 1-1. Reeser had a very solid regular season. That OPS up over 900. Hands delivers. Ground ball in the hole. Base hit to right. Runner will hold up at second, but 2 men on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second for the Dodgers. Collins at second. Reeser now at first. Here's Bill Russell. Russell only batting .190 so far in the postseason. Breaking ball ripped to third, but right at Santo, and everybody's going to have to freeze. So Russell hit that one on the button, but Santo didn't even have to move. 2 down. Here's George Pinckney. Pinckney batting .214, no homers, 3 RBIs. Oh, no problem, Dwayne. I love talking shop and the project and stuff like that. When I talk about, how I do things and stuff like that, I think there's at least a little bit of interest from people who follow along about that process, because it's not the way that most people in this hobby, for lack of a better term, kind of do things. It's season replays or kind of one-off kind of, projects, and not really career mode the way that I do things. So giving a little bit of a peek under the hood, I never have a problem doing that. 0-2 the count as Hands works to Pinckney, trying to get out of the jam. Capper, tough play. Hands ranges over. Hands is going to cover. Cavaretta will take it. Good communication from Cavaretta and Hands. The flip to first, and the side is retired. We're through 2 here at Dodger Stadium, Game 3 of the NLCS. The series is tied, and so is the game. 0-0 as we head to the 3rd. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett batting .409 now. Remember, Hartnett had a very disappointing regular season, but he picked up, like, the last week of the season, he started getting hot. He hit 3 homers in the Cubs clincher in that final week, and he has carried that over into the postseason. He hasn't hit for the power in the playoffs. Still, Gabby batting .409. Curveball, chopped to second, right at Robinson. Jackie throws to first, and there's one away.
Number 52.
So here's Andy Pafko batting 200 in the playoffs. No homers, 2 RBIs. Fastball misses up high. Pafko in his rookie campaign has essentially played in a platoon, with Ian Happ out there in left field. Happ starts against righties, Pafko against lefties. Pafko pulls that one hard but foul. Jazzy Vance, the only righty in the Dodgers rotation. Changeup misses away. It's 2-1. Changeup misses down and away. 3-1 the count. Javi Baez waits on deck for the Cubs. Pitch from Roe. Pafko ground ball to short. Russell has it. Throws the first, and there's 2 away. So Roe doing a good job keeping the ball down here in the early going. Lots of groundwork. Here's Javi Baez. Baez is still looking for his first hit of the postseason. It has been a miserable run for Javi Baez. Cubs have thought about starting Darwin Barney. Barney, a terrific defender, not much at the plate. But Baez can't be less than what he's doing at the plate to this point. Flies this one out to right. Davis is going to close in the gap. Freezer gives up the ground to him. Davis tracks it down, and the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the third here in L.A. Cubs and Dodgers scoreless. Top of the order coming up for Los Angeles. So here's Robinson. Robinson 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Robinson, of course, had that big home run. Lead off Game 5 against the Phillies in the division series. Slider misses away. It's 2-0. Bill Hands, for 7 2/3 innings against the Giants in the division series, he didn't strike out a batter, but he still kept that haunted Giants lineup at bay. He is behind Robinson here, 3-0, to open up the bottom of the third. Willie Davis waits on deck. That one right down the middle. Jackie taking it all the way. A 3-1 pitch from Hands. This is inside for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk for Jackie Robinson here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis walked his first time. Speed on the base paths with Robinson. In there for a call, strike 1. Hands delivers. Ooh, borderline pitch. Hands doesn't get it. It's called outside. One and one to count. Hands deals. Curveball. Nice one there. That big bender from Bill Hands. He's ahead of Davis now 1-2. It drops the side. Robinson hasn't broken as of yet. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Davis fouls it off. Go over to first. Robinson gets back in. Both LCS series are tied at a game apiece. Ground ball up the middle, on the backhand. Nice play by Baez. Flips to down and on to first. Davis beats it out, but a nice play by Javi Baez. to take a hit away from Willie Davis and cut down the lead runner at second. That was almost a very nifty double play. Davis gets down the line well. Red Sox felt like their bats broke out a bit in Game 2. That series will head back to Fenway. Head on to Fenway for the first time in the series after the team split at the Metrodome. Cy Young will go in Game 3 for the Red Sox. Jim Cott will take the mound for the Twins. Have that game on the channel at some point tomorrow. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Hands from the set. Davis on first. It's the Brothers. Curveball gets away, and it gets far away. There's plenty of room here in foul ground, but Davis will hold up at second. That's going to go as a wild pitch on Bill Hands, breaking ball down in the dirt. So now the count is 2-2 to Brothers. Crowd waving the towels here at Dodger Stadium, looking for a big hit. Slider stays away. It's 3-2. Roy Campanella waits on deck. Hands delivers. Ball foul. And Steals again. Shoulders. Fouls it off the other way. Hands from the set. Delivers. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. I don't know what Brothers was looking for, but the slider wasn't it. Second strikeout for Hands, and down goes Dan Brothers. Big strikeout there, 2 away. Davis still at second. Here's Campanella. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Curveball there, Campanella. Just gets a piece of it. He fouls it off. Hands from the set. Checks the runner and deals. Campanella down the left field line, hooking. That'll go well foul. 3 hits in Game 2 for Roy Campanella. Dodgers hoping at the sign he's going to fire. 0-2 pitch from Hands. Well, fouls it off. Another 0-2 offering. Breaking ball, Scott. Shallow right center. Long run for Lang. He gets over and makes the grab. Nice play by Bill Lang to retire the side. We're a third of the way through Game 3 of the NLCS here at Dodger Stadium. Cubs and Dodgers are scoreless. Top of the order. Coming up for Chicago. Lang singled in the first. He's now 3 for 11 in the series. Fastball. Tries to hold up his swing. They called it a strike anyway. Oh, 1 curveball. Smack down to first. Brothers knocks it down. Roe goes to cover. Close play at first, but they get him. Lang gets down the line well. Roe covered. Brothers knocked it down. Couldn't feel it cleanly. But a good job by Roe getting over. 1 away. Here's Phil Cavaretta. Cavaretta struck out his first time up. Roe delivers. Fastball fouled off. Roe delivers. Fastball on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Roe rocks and fires. Fly ball out to left. Zach Wheat drifting into the gap. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now back, the third baseman,
Here's Ron Santos. Santos struck out his first time. Santos made a couple of good defensive plays already in this game. Roe delivers. Fastball is a called strike. One was up in the zone, but certainly nothing egregious. 0-1 pitch. Santo chops it out to short. Russell has it. Throws on the move to first. And the side is retired. So Preacher Roe just continues to get a bunch of ground balls. Half fly ball in that inning. So still, most of the work being done on the ground. Roe keeping the ball down. Bottom of the fourth. Here in LA, we're still scoreless. 0-1.
The left fielder, Zach Wheat.
Rounded out his first time. Fastball misses up high. And steals. Wheat chases out of the zone, gets a piece and fouls it off. Shot in the center. There's a base hit. So Zach Wheat lines a single up the middle to lead off the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting, number 12.
One of Beatles' favorite players, Zach Wheat fan. One away. Here's Ripper Collins. Collins 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Fastball. This is up and in. It's 1-0. Collins, after that single, now 4 for 9 in the series with a pair of doubles. And fields, breaking ball. Collins holds it back. One and one the count. Good slider from Hands on the outside corner. Paints the black, and it's 1-2. Fastball fouled off. One-two offer. Ground ball to third, right at Santo. The second for one on to first. 5-4-3 double play. So Collins hits it hard, but puts it right at Ron Santo, who starts the 5-4-3 double up. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Pete Reeser. Reeser singled his first time up. Slider from Hands misses inside. 1-0 pitch. Good fastball down and in. Catches the corner. 1-1 pitch. Foul off. One and two the count. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. A wicked bender from Bill Hands locks up Pete Reeser. And the side is retired. We head to the top of the fifth in LA. Pitcher's duel brewing here between Hands and Roe. We're still scoreless. Here is Bill Nicholson. Nicholson singled his first time up.
Number 43.
Appreciate y'all tuning in for some late night playoff baseball. Slider from Roe is in for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball. Borderline pitch. Roe doesn't get the call. That one further low. It's 2-1. Roe deals. Fastball up high. Fouled off. It's 2-2. Here's the offering. Popped straight up. Brothers underneath it, puts it away for out number 1. So Nicholson is set aside.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Stan Hack.
Here's Stan Hack. Hack popped out his first time up. Hack puts this one out into left. Wheat coming on, sinking fast. Wheat lays out. He can't come up with it. Hack trying to take second, and he's going to get in. So it's a bloop double for Stan Hack. Wheat laid out for it, hit off the end of his glove. And Stan Hack is on second with 1 away. Here's Bill Dallin. Dallin is 0 for 1. Fly ball to right. Freezer is there. It's not particularly deep. Hack won't try to tag up, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Gabby.
So now here's Gabby Hartnett. 0 for 1 today, 4 for 8 in the series. Pair of doubles, a pair of RBIs. So checks Hack at second. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. From the set as the backing of the Dodgers faithful here. Fly ball out to right. Freezer is there, puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Cubs strand another. Roe gets around the issue again. We're midway through here at Dodger Stadium. NLCS Game 3 is still scoreless. Here's Bill Russell. Russell lined out to Santo his first time.
Not shortstop. Bill Russell.
Fastball rides inside. Bill Hands and Preacher Roe locked up in a fine pitcher's duel here in Game 3. Fastball is a called strike. It hasn't been flashy, neither pitcher racking up. Just good fundamental pitching, getting weak contact. In and out and up and down. 2-1 the count, hands to Russell. Line drive out to center, that's going to get down. That's a base hit. So Bill Russell opens up the 5th, 3 straight innings. The Dodgers have gotten the leadoff man on.
Now batting, number 5.
Now they'll see if they can make the Cubs pay. Here's Pinckney. He's 0 for 1. Think about punting Pinckney here. He takes it. He misses up high. Pinckney 1 for 8 in the series. Hansfield, fastball right down the middle. Strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Big curveball from Hands, drops in, and the count goes to 1-2. Fields. He fouls it off. One and 2 the count. Hands delivers. Fastball misses up and away. Two-two pitch. Fouled off. Two-two offering. Ooh, borderline pitch. He doesn't get the call, and the count goes full. Jackie Robinson waits on deck. Hands delivers. Curveball shot to short. Dowling has it. Flips to Baez. On to first. 6-4-3 double play. We've had a few double ups in this ball game.
Now back, second baseman.
From both sides.
Robinson.
2 down on the 6-4-3. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson 0 for 1. He also walked. And field. Robinson tries to hold up. They say he didn't. Home plate umpire rings him up there for strike 1. Breaking ball. Robinson drives this one out in the center. Lang's going to play it on the short hop. It's a base hit for Robinson. He takes the turn at first, but Lang cut that off nicely and gets it in quickly.
The center fielder, number 3.
So a 2-out single for Jackie Robinson. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 1 with a walk. And field. Fastball is a called strike. And 1 the count. And field. Fastball in for a called strike. Oh and 2. Fastball misses outside. One and 2. Hands delivers. Davis pops it foul. Drifting towards the seats. And out of play. 1 and 2. His hands works to Davis. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball popped up. Santo underneath it. Puts it away and the side is retired. 5 scoreless from Hands. 5 scoreless from Roe. We head to the top of the 6th. Cubbies and Dodgers scoreless as we head to the 6th. Appreciate you tuning in as always. We got a good one going here.
Number 52.
Preacher Roe and Bill Hands have both been terrific. Open up the top of the 6th. Here's Andy Pafko. He's 0 for 1. Bender, Pafko rips this one. That's going to be extra bases. That's going into the corner. Pafko around first. Weith gets to it quickly, but Andy Pafko will start off the top of the 6th with a lead-off double for the Cubbies.
Now back, the second baseman.
Cubs have been aggressive attacking Preacher Roe in this one. We're in the 6th. Roe only has 47 pitches. See now what the Cubs do here with the Pafko double. Here's Javi Baez. Baez is 0 for 1. Mentioned earlier, still looking for his first postseason hit. Pops this one to right. Reeser is underneath it. Puts it away for the first out. Runner's going to tag. Throw to third is a little bit offline. And Pafko tags up, moves to third. So now, the first run of the ball game, 90 feet away. 1 out. Here's Lang. He's 1 for 2. Daniel notes the game is flying by. Yeah, pitcher's duel will do that to you. I'm seeing if they can get one across here in the top of the 6th. 1-0 the count. Roe glances over his shoulder to third. Hopped up on the infield. Russell underneath it. That won't get it done. Pafko has to hold, and there's 2 away, and Preacher Roe is an out away from getting out of the trouble. Here's Cavaretta. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. Roe delivers. First pitch fastball misses up high. 1-0 pitch. In for a called strike. 1-1 offering. Cavaretta puts it the other way. Wheat closing on it. He's not going to get there. It falls in front. It's an RBI single for Bill Cavaretta. And the Cubs have broken the scoreless tie here in the top of the sixth. It's 1-0 Chicago. Fastball there, too much plate, and Cavaretta just drops it out into left in front of Zach Wheat. So the Pafco double started it off, and the Cubs break the ice in the sixth. Here's Ron Santo. He's 0 for 2. Fastball misses inside. Santo has struck out and grounded out. Roe delivers. Fastball misses up high. 2-0 the count. Roe deals. Misses down low. 3-0. Bill Nicholson, the slugger, is on deck. See if they give Santo a green light on 3-0. Santo can certainly put one out of the yard. Roe deals. Fastball misses up high for ball 4. So first and second, 2 outs. Top of the sixth, 1 run already in. And here's Nicholson. 1 for 2. He's singled. Back in the second. Big out here. Roe deals. Nicholson first pitch swinging, hits it to center. It's pretty deep, but Davis has it lined up. Puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Cubs pick up the run on the RBI single from Phil Cavaretta. We head to the bottom of the sixth at Dodger Stadium. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0, Game 3 of the NLCS. So here's Dan Brothers, heart of the order. This is a big inning for both teams here. Cubs just took a lead. Dodgers have the heart of the order coming up. They need to get it going. Brothers 1 for 10 in the series. Ground ball to first. Chop to Cavaretta. Takes it to the bag himself. There's 1 away. And Brothers just cannot get himself on track here in this series. Here's Campanella. He's 0 for 2. He had struck out and flown out. Hands delivers. Misses down and in. 23 homers for Campanella during the regular season. Pitch from Hands. Ground ball back to the mound. It hits off Hands' glove. Rolls pretty far away from him. He scoops, throws the first, not in time. Infield single for Roy Campanella. Those are two things that don't often go together. But Campy is on with 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. Hands waves off the trainer. He says he's fine. Look at that one hit off his glove. Here's Zach Wheat. He's 1 for 2. Fly ball to left. Pafco going back. He's there. Puts it away for the second out. Campanella will retreat to first.
Now batting, number 12.
So that'll bring up Ripper Collins. Collins is 1 for 2. Single and back in the second. I couldn't even tell you what Ripper Collins' real first name is. Just know him as Ripper Collins. Very solid player. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. And delivers. Collins pulls it down to first. Cavaretta has it, touches up the bag, and the side is retired. 6 scoreless for Bill Hands. Coming up with another gem for the Cubbies. We head to the top of the 7th here in LA, 1-0 Chicago. So Roe will start the 7th. Here's Stan Hack. Hack is 1 for 2. He's doubled in the 5th. Fastball fouled off. Roe deals. That ball is smoked but foul. Roe now ahead of Hack here 0-2 to start off the 7th. Campanella sets up away. Roe throws a slider. Hack fouls it off. 0-2, Roe delivers. Loop down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Stan Hack drops it in. Wheat drifting. Makes the play, throws the second, not in time, and it's a second bloop double for Stan Hack. The first one, Wheat dove for it, went off the edge of his glove. This one is dunked down the left field line, and Wheat's momentum, he's running hard towards the stands. Takes a few steps. Hack thought he had enough time with Wheat moving away from the bag, and he takes second, and that's going to be it for Preacher Roe. So Wheat knocks Roe out of the game. Roe was very solid here. 1-0 game. But now the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Here's Larry Sherry. 3 appearances, no records. ERA of 0. And 2 in the 3rd inning, so all the rate stat stuff. Not necessarily counting. First pitch fastball. Puts it past Dallin. Dallin is 0 for 2 today. He's 3 for 10 in the series. The 1 pitch. Foul ball. Oh, 2 pitch from Sherry. Fastball misses up high. And Mungo has now started to throw in the Dodgers bullpen as well. One and 2 the count. Sherry deals. Gets him with the slider. Dallin. Ugly swing there. Sherry picks up the strikeout. 1 away. That is well out of the zone. So Dallin goes chasing. Here's Hartnett. He's 0 for 2. Fastball is fouled off. I feel like the Dodgers should have a lefty throwing also. Oh, they do. They just got Jim Brewer up throwing. Excellent. I didn't even have to do it. 0-1 the count here. 1 out. Man on second. 1-0 Cubs. Here in the top of the 7th inning of Game 3 of the NLCS. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 the count. Sherry deals. Fastball in for a called strike. It's 1-2. Dodgers faithful here in LA trying to get Larry Sherry through this inning without any further damage. Slider misses down low. Two pitch. Ground ball foul. Sherry from the set. Delivers. Hartnett dunks one. Over Brothers, base hit into right field. Runner had a hold up. He makes the turn, but he's going to hold. Freezer throws a dart into the plate. So the runner will hold at third, but it's a fluke base hit for Gabby Hartnett. a pair of dunkers in this inning for the Cubs, but they have runners at the corners. Here's Andy Pafko. Pafko is 1 for 2. They're going to let Pafko hit for himself here. Fastball in for a called strike. Got a double and a run scored. 2 for 6 in the series. Good slider there from Sherry, and the count goes to 0-2. Javi Baez, who is still hitless in the postseason, waits on deck. Sherry delivers. Slider gets him 2 away. Big bounce back batter there for Larry Sherry.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Javier Baez.
So gets the strikeout. Baez due up. I just don't think you're the Cubs, especially now you've got a lead. You let somebody hit for him, and then you let the superior defensively Darwin Barney come in for him. Let Leon Durham pinch hit here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So Leon Durham will come off the bench for the Cubs to pinch hit for Javi Baez. First and third, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Fastball swung on and missed. Could have gone to Brewer there. But Sherry was really good this year. We're going to let Sherry finish. This curveball misses down and in. One. Slider misses away. Two and one the count. Good fastball there, and the count goes to 2-2. Crowd rising again here at Dodger Stadium, hoping that Sherry can get Leon Durham here. 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses down low, and the count goes full. Bill Lang waits on deck for the Cubs. Three-two pitch. In there, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Sherry fans Leon Durham, and the Cubs strand runners at the corners. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time here at Dodger Stadium. Cubs 1, Dodgers nothing. But the Dodgers escape the jam in the top of the 7th.
Your attention, please.
So Darwin Barney will come in to play second for the Cubs.
Number 15.
Here's Pete Reeser. Reeser is 1 for 2, singled in the second. Bill Hands is at 92 pitches to open up the 7th inning. Fastball in for a called strike. Aaron wants the 7th inning stretch in full. Breaking ball, Reeser out in the center. Lang ranges over and makes the play for 1 out.
The shortstop, Bill Russell.
Here's Bill Russell. Russell is 1 for 2. Singled in the 5th. Fastball in for a called strike. Larry French, the lefty. Don Elston, the righty. Up and throwing in the Cubs bullpen. Hands delivers. Breaking ball. Russell lines it. That's going to be a base hit. That could be extra bases. Nicholson cuts it off quickly, and Russell will be held to a single. Nice job by Bill Nicholson getting over there. But Russell with an opposite field base hit. So now let's see. All right, Pinckney is fine, but they have a real burner. Mondesi and Lopes both run significantly better. I think you're going to let Lopes run for Russell here.
Your attention, please. Now running forward for the Dodgers. Number 17.
Everybody on the bench, though, is righties. You're going to let Pinckney hit for himself here. 1 out, 1 on. Runner goes. Lopes pinch runs, steals, and swipes second. And now the tying run is on second base. So Davey Lopes comes in to run for Bill Russell and promptly swipes the bag to get into scoring position. Pitch was a strike, so it's 0-1 to Pinckney. Oh, daylight play, they get him! Oh, they pick Lopes off! Dallin slips in behind him and hands picks off Davey Lopes, who just stole second. Base runner erased, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fastball misses up high, so Lopes comes in to run for Russell. Steals second on the first pitch, and then gets picked off. Fly ball to right, Nicholson puts it away, and through the end of 7th. Dodgers still scoreless. Hands gets through it with an assist on the pickoff. We head to the top of the 8th at Dodger Stadium. It's still 1-0 Cubs. So Van Mungo gets the call for the Dodgers here for the 8th inning. Mungo got touched up a bit his last time out. And the ERA numbers, throw those out the window a bit with such limited action. Tommy Corcoran, light hitting, strong gloved shortstop, comes in for Russell, who was pinch run for by Lopes. Top of the order for the Cubs, here's Bill Lang. Lang is 1 for 3. Curveball misses away. Aaron says the way it cuts in and out between innings, it's like you're watching a real game. Well, that's it, yeah. I have it in broadcast mode, so it presents like that, which I like. A little, and those little interludes let me take a drink between innings too. Shot down to first. Brothers picks the liner. Nice play by Dan Brothers down at first.
Now batting, number 44.
So here's Cavaretta. Cavaretta is 1 for 3. Drove in the only run on the ball game. Fastball from Mungo is a call strike. Here's the pitch. Cavaretta out to left. Zach Weed is there, puts it away, and quickly there's 2 down. As long as Van Mungo isn't walking guys, he's a very solid pitcher. He is prone to bouts of losing control. Here's Ron Santo. Santo is 0 for 2. On the inside corner for strike 1. Mungo delivers. Popped out. Oh, and 2. Mungo takes a while to get rid of this pitch. Now deals. Curveball down and away. Santo won't chase. 1-2 pitch. Fastball rides inside. Bill Nicholson waits on deck. Here's the 2-2 offering from Mungo. Misses inside. 3-2. Bill Nicholson waits on deck. Mungo looks in. Campanella wants it up in the zone. Fastball there. Santo fouls it off. Full count offering coming again. Crowd hasn't sat here at Dodger Stadium. 3-2 pitch. Fastball, another one fouled off. Mungo not messing around. He's bringing straight gas at the moment. Three-two pitch. Fastball. Oh, boy. Wow, I thought he rung him up, but they call it up high, and Santo draws the walk. Got two lefties coming up here, I don't think. Let Putin up the Furley. Jim Brewer is going to be the guy to get the call here to face Nichols.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
So this will be the 7th appearance of the playoffs for Jim Brewer. He's got no record, a 3.6 ERA. His task here is getting Bill Nicholson. Aaron asked, when MLB The Show is it? This is 22. Again, when I started this project a few years ago, it was right around when 23 was coming out, but I had already created more than 1,000 players. Now there's like 1,500 guys I've created in the league. I just don't have the improvements to the game or changes, even if you don't want to call them improvements, have not been significant enough for me to say, oh yeah, this would be worth me recreating 1,500 players and kind of, moving the game over, because you can't carry over from year over year. You can't do year over year saves, which is so stupid. But another fight for another time. 1-1 pitch, Brewer to Nicholson. Fastball swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Brewer checks the runner. 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. He went upstairs with the fastball, and Nicholson swings and misses. Good job by the Dodger bullpen. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th here in L.A. Cubs 1, Dodgers nothing. Game 3 of the NLCS. Bill Hands at 99 pitches will start the inning. Here's Jackie Robinson. What are the Cubs? Okay, they just started warming up, Lee Smith. But you got... kind of feels like you got two lefties. I'm going to sit Elston, actually. Get Larry French warming again. Deal with Robinson. If Robinson gets on, Hands probably comes out, and they let the lefty face Davis and Brothers. Hands gets Robinson. We'll give Hands a base runner. And at this point, at 100 pitches, in a 1-0 game, even if he had a little bit of margin for error, even if it was 2-0, I'd give him a little bit more than that. But at this point, you've got two great postseason starts from Bill Hands. Don't get greedy. Robinson lines it for right at Cavaretta for the first out. So Robinson smokes it, but Cavaretta snares it. That gets past, and Robinson's on second and possibly third. One away. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 2 with a walk. Slider is in for a called strike. Preacher Roe was very, very good. Bill Hands just a bit better. Davis fouls it off, and Hands is ahead of him 0-2. Rocks and fires. Davis fly ball to center, but Lang is right there. Puts it away for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. As Bill Hands just continues to roll. Here is Dan Brothers. 0 for 3 today. 1 for 11 in the series. Brothers was 9th in the National League in batting with another season over 300. He hit 305. Takes a curveball for a called strike. Bill Hands going to get a very quick reputation as a big game pitcher for these Cubbies. 0-1 pitch. Brothers hits it to right. Nicholson comes on, makes the play, and the side is retired. 8 scoreless innings for Bill Hands. We head to the top of the 9th in L.A. Hack, Dowan, and Hartnett do up for the Cubbies. They still cling to a 1-0 lead. Bird Putin will come on to work the 9th for Los Angeles. This will be his 4th appearance of the postseason. He has yet to allow a run. He will face Stan Hack. Hack 2 for 3, a pair of doubles. Fastball on the inside edge for strike 1. Burley Grimes has started to throw for Los Angeles. 0-1 the count. Newton deals. Good breaking ball pulled foul. Loves that knuckle curve. 0-2 pitch. Another one. That one misses down and away. 1-2 the count. Curveball swung on and missed. See that knuckle curveball. Swung on and missed by Hack. Campanella throws it down to first to complete the strikeout. And there's one away. Here's Bill Dallin. Dallin is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. He's down low. 1-0 the count. Fastball's fouled off. Terrific pitcher's duel here at Dodger Stadium for Game 3 of the NLCS. Series is tied. The curve, Dowan fouls it off. The count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch. Misses down and away. Fastball misses down low, and the count goes full. Gabby Hartnett waits on deck for Chicago. Once again, appreciate you all tuning in. Fastball fouled off. Full count. Putin deal. That ball is smoked out to left, way back. Going one hopper against the wall. Wheat retrieves it, has a little bit of a hard time playing it. Around second, ding for third, and that's a terrible base running job by Bill Dallin. So Dallin crushes one to left center, but he tries to turn it into a triple. A good relay gets him, and we'll see if the Cubs end up regretting that. So it's the second out of the inning. Hartnett coming up. With the play ahead of you there, that's why I have the problem with going for the extra base. I don't even really have a problem forcing an issue in a 1-0 game like that. But with one out, you got Hartnett coming up who swung a good bat. I just don't think that Dallin... I think you give them 2 cracks to get you home from second. But it is what it is. We head to the 9th. Campanella, Wheat, and Collins And Bill Hands will get to start the ninth. He is at 106 pitches. Roy Campanella is 1 for 3. Lee Smith is warm in the bullpen. Curveball misses outside. Fastball there misses down low. It's 2-0. Fastball misses up high. 3-0. Zach Wheat waits on deck. Hands delivers. Fastball is a called strike. 3-1. Deals again. Campanella, ground ball to short. Dowling charges. Backhand. Throws the first. There's one away. So Campanella grounds out. Nice play there by Dowling. Here's Zach Wheat. 1 for 3. Singled in the fourth. He is now 5 for 12 in the series. Fastball up and in. Wheat loops it out to second. Barney tracks it down. And the Dodgers are down to their final out here in Game 3. Bill Hands going for the shutout. He will face Ripper Collins. Collins is 1 for 3. He's singled in the second. Batting .368 in the playoffs. First pitch misses down low. Hands wants to know where that pitch was. He was happy with that spot. The home plate umpire was not. Ripper Collins, acquired last offseason from the Cardinals. A deal that sent Jay Howell to St. Louis. Fastball is in for a called strike. Alan Pinckney, how are you? Thanks for checking in. 1-1 the count. Hands delivers. Collins, fly ball to right. Nicholson, underneath it. Waits for it. Puts it away. A complete game. A shutout for Bill Hands. His second straight terrific postseason start. And the Cubs have taken a 2-1 series lead here in the NLCS. Bill Hands becoming big game Bill right before our eyes. Terrific start against the Giants. Terrific start here to shut out against the Dodgers, who put up an 8 spot in Game 2. Scatters 7 hits, strikes out 3. Preacher Roe was solid. He allowed only 1 run over 6. But Hands outduels him, and the Cubs take a 2-1 lead here in the National League Championship Series. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for the Cubs. No run, 7 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. And we head to a Game 4 here. Lon Warnecki, the rookie, who also threw a gem against the Giants. Warnecki will get the start for Chicago. Dazzy Vance will come to the hill for the Dodgers. That's the Game 4 matchup. That matchup should come to you sometime here on the channel tomorrow. I will also be trying to do Game 3 of the Red Sox and Twins from Fenway Park. Cy Young and Jim Cott, the pitching matchup in that one. That series is tied at a game apiece. I appreciate it. Alan, Dwayne, Aaron, much appreciated, guys. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Hands, needless to say, player of the game. Dowling trying to take the extra base there in the top of the ninth, trying to force the issue a little bit. Ends up not coming back to burn them. That had nightmare written all over it for the Cubbies. But Hands makes it all stand up. A complete game shutout. Just a brilliant performance. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, everybody, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. Hands shuts out the Dodgers, and the Cubs take a 2-1 series lead in the NLCS.